amount of data that these machines are generating can only be tackled with machine-driven algorithms and mechanisms to do this for us.
Yeah. Just to bring it back to Waqas' question for a second, there's something that you mentioned that I think is a really interesting nugget. But thinking back to like, okay, so with this shift from hyper to hybrid, as the industry likes to call it, does this data play a more important role? I would counter that. I would say that data was obviously always important. Hyper casual wouldn't have happened if it wasn't data driven. It was, it was different environment from a data perspective for sure, but it was still very data driven. And this notion that we have to do deeper data dives on larger data sets over longer periods of time is more of a dice being thrown on like, will this game back out, right? It's like just the buyback window is just that much further out. So the more tools we can confidently approach that destination point, the more that those tools can help us, the better. But the thing that Eberhard mentioned, and I want to shut up in a second so Vera has a chance to jump in, but the thing that Eberhard mentioned was the decisions being made, right? I think that is like, if we take a more macro perspective as to what AI will become, we've already seen it like, deployed like without thought on anything marketing related, right? It's just like, whatever, low CPI, I don't care, bring it to me. And we're seeing, I think some people do interesting things like in the QA world, bug solving, things like that when it comes to the role of AI. And of course, analyzing massive data sets, right? I mean, obviously we need AI for that. But I'm really curious as to what will happen when AI is actually making the decisions off of those data sets, right? Everything that we're about to talk about, whether it's, how do you A/B test, how do you personalize, how do you like, juice one monetization stream over the other, anything, all of that these are just decisions being made, right? Yeah. And like, while data can feed those decisions, I don't know that AI can understand what frustration or boredom feels like, which is kind of like you're trying to straddle inside those lines, right? The entire gaming experience. So until a machine can feel those things, what will AI do?
I think what AI has helped us is providing us the direction that we can walk, but it's very difficult, and I don't think it's completely accurate to say that AI will be making decisions, because that's where you take out all the human interactions, and that's where I think it's really important to analyze the data still by different factors.